Welcome to our comprehensive tutorial on creating a fully functional e-commerce application using React, Tailwind CSS, and Redux with the help of ChatGPT. In this tutorial, we are going to leverage the powerful capabilities of ChatGPT to assist us in building modern, responsive, and feature-rich e-commerce application. You will learn how to set up your development environment. We will start by setting up the essential tools and libraries required for our project, including React, Tailwind CSS, Redux, and React Router. We are also going to design the application layout using Tailwind CSS. We will create a visually appealing, user-friendly layout that includes the header, navigation bar, product listings, shopping cart, and checkout pages. We are also going to implement the state management with Redux. We will use Redux for managing global state, ensuring our application is scalable and maintainable. You will learn how to set up slices for handling user authentication, product data, and the shopping cart. We will also create reusable components. And throughout this tutorial, we will build a variety of reusable components such as product cards, form inputs, buttons, and modals to enhance the modularity and reusability of our code. For fetching and managing data, we are going to use React Query so that we are going to fetch data from a backend API and manage the server state efficiently. We will also learn to handle loading states, caching, and synchronization with React Query. With that said, guys, watch this video till the end if you want to learn how to make an e-commerce application using ChatGPT.
Craving a career upgrade? Subscribe, like, and comment below. Dive into the link in the description to fast-track your ambitions. Whether you're making a switch or aiming higher, Simplilearn has your back.
So guys, this is a website which we are going to create with the help of ChatGPT. So you can see all over here, we have the navigation bar which includes home, about, products, cart. Okay. So suppose I want to add this product. Okay. This is a lamp and say I want to add in this quantity, say 3. And if I click it up, you can see there's a notification which is coming up and it's saying item has been added to the cart. Now, we can also go and check the cart, but before proceeding for checkout, you need to also log in. So suppose I have not created any account. So let us create an account. So say this is a mail ID and say let us take some demo mail ID and here is some password and you can say email is already taken. So let us give some random mail. Suppose name @123 and say the password is 1234. Okay. Now let's log in. So it's saying email must be a valid email. So I have also put like we can say checkpoints where if the proper validation of the input field is also given. So name @name123@gmail.com. Now I hope so it is going to work. So email or username has already been taken. So let us change our username. So username name123 and let us try to register. So you can see all the input validation has been done. So let us give some big. Okay. Now you can see it has completely logged in. Okay. So you can save the password. Now let us go to our repeat. So you can say I'm trying to log in all over here and it's been logged in. Okay. So now you can see if you click on our products, you are going to see the products part. Like there's a chair, there is a glass table, king bed size, and all these are the cards of the product. So basically these images have been taken from a link. Okay. I will mention you the link and you can do it. And inside this, you can also search the given product. Suppose, say, I want a grade lamp or say chick chair. Okay. If I type this and if I try to search it, you can see this is coming up. You can also select the company. Suppose if I just see all over here, so the company name is Luxora. Okay, so you can type all over there in the checkbox. Okay, so where the search button is coming up, and you can say all these companies are there, and with the help of that you can search it. You can also do the sorting from A to Z, Z to A, high to low. Okay, so this is all we are going to build using React.js, Tailwind CSS, Redux, and also use some state management. And with the help of Tailwind CSS, we are going to create a fully responsive website. Now let's get started. So guys, let us open our ChatGPT and write a prompt. So guys, the first prompt that I want to create is that, say, I am creating a tutorial, or you can say I'm creating a website using React.js, and it's an e-commerce website. So with the help of or by using Vite, okay, Tailwind CSS and Redux. Now, the next thing what I have to tell the GPT that can you help me outline the agenda of this project, like including the main features and functionality. Okay. So this is the first thing, and you can see all over here. So it says like install and configure Vite, integrate Tailwind CSS, okay, set up Redux. Then for the UI UX design, it's saying responsive layout, okay. Then you have to do theme and styling, define a consistent theme, okay. Now for authentication and user management, you have to do user registration and login, okay. For product management, like product listing, product details, and product search. So we have seen these functionalities that we have implemented in our website. And also you can see there's a shopping cart and checkout option. You have to add to the cart, cart management, and checkout process. For the order management, you can also track the history. And we are not going to target these two things, okay? These are some of the additional features. But till here, we are going to complete it, okay? So not to complicate too much, just to give you a brief outline how you can make a website using ChatGPT and Tailwind CSS and other tools and dependencies. So like we have got the brief idea regarding the main features and functionalities. So we have responsive design, user authentication, product catalog, shopping cart, checkout process, order management, admin panel, wish list, reviews and rating, notification, and performance optimization. Now let us write the next part. So here I'm going to type my next prompt that will be, can you help me explain the folder structure, or can you help me with the folder structure of this React e-commerce app? And also let me know the purpose of each folder. So let us type this prompt, and we are getting some brief idea like how our things would be there. So it says, like you can see the folder structure. First, we have to create a folder called e-commerce app, okay? And then, so guys, for this, I will have an assets folder, okay? Then we are going to create a components folder. Inside the components, there are going to be various components, okay? So let us start with that, and let us first set up our development environment. So guys, I'm using VS Code as our text editor, and in that, let us see that you have first all the dependencies installed, like Node especially. With the help of Node, we are going to install the package for creating a React app. So guys, you can also type all over here that how to set up my development environment. And if you type this command, you can see, so there are certain prerequisites it's going to tell, like Node and NPM, code editor, visual code. So like you have to create a certain thing like this, NPM create Weed, latest, my e-commerce app, then template, and then you can go in this app. So since I've already created an e-commerce app, so what I'm going to do, inside this, I'm going to create this, and let us copy this all over here. So you can see assets I have already created, and let us go to the terminal, click on view, and here's a terminal, and here let's type this, click on yes. So all the necessary dependencies is going to install. So you can see all over here, like what I have to choose. It says pre-React, LIT, Celebrity, Solids, or other. So you can just select all over here that I want to use a React version. Okay, just click on this, and let us keep the JavaScript part all over here, and you can see this has already been created. Now the second would be go to our e-commerce app. So this is your folder, navigate to this, and next type npm install, and finally click on okay. It's installing the node modules. We are going to wait for some time. So guys, as I have asked GPT all over here, give me the folder structure for our components. So you can see all over here, it has given cart item list, cart totals, checkout forms, complex pagination container, and it has given error element, feature products. Then for filtering, it has given for filter.js, form checkbox, form input, okay, form range, form select, header, hero, loading, navbar, navlinks, order list, pagination container, product container, then product grid is there, product list is there, then section title. And you can also learn about the process, or what do you say, the purpose for each component, okay, all over here. Now, like product grid, what it does. So you can ask GPT the same question with a prompt like, what is the purpose of this given component? So you can see it is going to tell you all over here. So guys, use it excessively wherever you feel doubt. And it has also given the code all over here. Okay. Now, before that, since I've told you, we'll be using Tailwind CSS. So now let us type the command to set up our Tailwind CSS. So type, I want to set up the Tailwind CSS in my project. Help, give me the, you can type, okay. So if you type this, so it is going to see that first you have to install the Tailwind CSS and its dependencies. So guys, for the same purpose, just copy this all over here, come to your folder. So now click it all over here, that npm install the post CSS auto prefixer. So it is going to start the downloading part of it, okay. The next process is, in the step 2, you have to initialize the Tailwind CSS. So copy this and go all over here, and let us initialize our Tailwind CSS. Pretty fine. What is the next step, guys? In the next process, we have to configure our Tailwind CSS. So you can see all over here, there is going to be a file called tailwindconfig.js, and you can configure it all over here. So let us go in our file, and you can see tailwindconfig.js would be there. So So now we have done this. Now let us see what is the third thing. In the step 4, it is saying add the Tailwind directive to your CSS file. Okay, so there's going to be a file. Okay, first you have to create a CSS file for your Tailwind styles. Okay, and in that you have to add these directives. Okay, so guys, this is our index.css file, and we can also add the directives all over here. Just click on everything and delete it, and just add the required directives. Okay, so I have added this part. Now let us move to the next part. So in your app.css, you have to import it. Okay, so whenever you are going to open our app.js file, so here we have app.jsx. So you can see we are importing this, okay, all over here. And in our main.jsx file, you can see our index.css is imported. So basically this file is already been imported all over here, okay, which is basically going to apply the Tailwind CSS directives that we are going to use while building our components. Now let us build our components one by one. Okay, so you have seen all over here that our folder structure was something like this. Okay, so we have cart items, cart item list, cart totals, checkout forms, complex pagination container, error element, featured products, filter, form checkbox, and form input, form range, header. So let me create all these folder for you. So we'll go all over here. Now click on the new folder and say components. Pretty fine. Now here we have to create all the files. So guys, you can see all over here, I have created all the components in the meantime. So I have cart items, cart item list, cart totals, checkout forms, complex pagination container, error element, featured products, filters, form checkbox, form input, and many more. So the same thing which ChatGPT has given me, I have created all these things. Okay, these are the basic things. And while also creating a website, I would also recommend you to understand like how these components which are reusable throughout the process have been used. Okay, now let us ask ChatGPT to populate this. Okay, now this thing has been done. Now let us ask for pages, like what pages I want to make in our website. So if I navigate to our website, we can see we have a home page, we have about page, we have a products page, we have a cart, checkout, and orders. So let us ask GPT the same. I want to create pages for about, home, cart, checkout, error, okay, orders, then we have the home layout, login, register, single product page. Okay, so like these things you have to identify, or the best thing you can do it, you can take the screenshot of this. Okay, so take like everything, you can just take a picture, okay, snap it up and send it to ChatGPT. It is also going to recognize it, and let me show you this. Okay, so say I'm going to snip it up. So say I want to create these pages, and you can just take an image and just paste it up. So you can see the image is going to get pasted, and you can type a prompt something like this, that I want to create pages like this, which includes home, cart, checkout, orders, home layout, login, register, single product page. And you can also ask GPT to give a Tailwind CSS for these things. So GPT is going to answer you for the same. But as a developer, you can take this help, but don't rely over it too much. You have to also do a little bit of modification by yourself. So this thing I have written, and let us click it. So first it is telling you to install the React Router DOM. Okay, so now you have to install this. So copy this. Okay, so you can see in your package.json file. So this will be our package.json all over here. And you can see all over here that we have dependencies all installed, which is React Router DOM. So you can see all over here, its version is 6.24.1. Now, the most important part, like while using this project, So what dependencies I have used all over here? So I'm going to give a brief idea regarding this. So guys, for building this project, you are going to require these dependencies. Like you need to have Redux toolkit, you need to have Tank, you need to have React Query Dev Tools, okay? You need to have an Axios, you need to have a DJS, React, React DOM, React icons we'll be using. You need to use React Redux for state management, React Route to DOM, React Toastify. Then there are certain deep dependencies. As you can see, Tailwind's typography we have to use because what kind of text we are going to put it up on our web page. So this is going to handle it. Then we are going to use types React DOM, then Vite plugin, okay, this we have it. Daisy UI, okay, ESLint, then we have ESLint plugin React hooks. Then we are going to use Post CSS, Tailwind CSS, and Vite. So what you can do next? You can copy all these things, okay. So since I've already copied, now let us go to our GPT and say, give me the command to install these dependencies. So you can see all over here, it has given me all these commands. I'm just going to go our text editor. So here's our terminal and just type this. And you can see all over here, it is going to start the process of installing all these packages. Similarly, you have to install all the dev dependencies. Now, the best thing is that what are the dependencies required? I will share you in the given video and you can install it. And also for the dev dependencies, similarly, you have to do it. Just copy it and go all over here and paste it. And you can see all the dev dependencies are going to be added in your package.JSON file. Okay, since we have used it, now these were the given components and these were some of the pages. Okay, now let us create the pages that we have discussed before. And also guys, you can see assets all over here. You have to transfer this all over here. Okay, now I'm going to do this. But before that, let's create the pages section. So create a new folder called pages all over here. And inside the pages, you can see all over here that for pages, we have told all about here that they're going to be home layout, they are going to be error.jsx, they're going to be a checkout and about.jsx, okay, all over here. And in similarly, just create this. Now for each of the given page, you can check all over here that it is giving an idea about it, that you can have to ensure something like this. And also you can ask GPT to explain you what we are going to use it. Okay, so see here all the headers, you're going to add the links like about, cart, checkout, orders, login, register. So which is basically there on our navigation panel. And similarly for applying the CSS, just ask GPT to make it something like this, provide a proper spacing, and also you can take a screenshot of this and send it to GPT. So it is going to analyze it and give you the required code for this. Okay, but the most important part is you need to identify what folder structure that you have to use it. And don't worry guys, I will share the required doc file in the description where you can check what are the components that we have made, and similarly you can take the help of GPT and build this project. So guys, I have created all the required pages and you can see all over here that we have about, cart, checkout, error for handling the errors, okay, home layout, index.js, landing, login, orders, product management, error for handling the errors throughout like 404 page. Then we have the landing page, we have the login, orders, products, register, then we have the single product.jsx. So these are the required pages that we need to build in order to replicate the website. Okay. So if you have any problem like what this given page does, just ask the GPT and it's going to give you the required answer. Now, this was building our project structure for the second part. Now let us move to the third part. Now guys, the next thing which I want to do all over here is that I want to create a utility folder which is kind of reusable throughout the application. And it has these functionalities, a custom fetch, okay, which means a pre-configured Axios basically, which is going to have an Axios instance for making standardized API calls, and also to the backend server. Then we have the format price functionality, in which we are going to use the utility function to format the numerical prices that we are using while buying the given product, and also in a USD currency format. Okay, so it's basically a dollar format. Okay, and then generate amount options. Then also we need to create a utility function to generate the list of quantity options for a selected drop down. Okay, so these were all the features that I've shown you all over here. So when you go from this, suppose say on this given product, and if you select this, say add to the bag, say I want 7 of them, and when you go to your given cart, so you can see all over here the format, pricing, and all the utility and all the utility functions used all over here are given. So you can see GPT has given, so it has given custom fetch, format price, generate amount, option.js. You can create 3 of them, but I will not complicate this. Instead of this, since the application is pretty simple, I will put all of these things under one folder. So guys, as you can see all over here, I have created a folder called utils folder with a name called index.jsx. And inside this, I'm going to add all the 3 functionalities which I have told you. Now, and this was the project structure that we need to build in order to make an application like that. Now, what you can do guys, now you can see the functionality of this all over here. Okay, now since you will not get an access to this website, what you can also do, you can create a demo website like this, or you can take a picture of this and send to GPT. It is going to give you the required idea like how you can proceed to build the project. So it is very, very helpful, but at the end of the day, you need to know about React a little bit so that you can modify the application based on the given instances. So guys, inside our My E-commerce app, you can see our project structure is set up. So inside the SRC, we have the assets. So I have pasted these images. Okay, so if you click on this, so it is going to show you these kind of images. So I'll share you the link for the assets. You can use this to create this website. For the same, you have components, and all the components like cart items totals, checkout forms, form checkbox, hero, loading, nav links is all being mentioned. So this is for all the components that we'll be needing to build this website. For the required pages, we have about, cart, checkout, error, home layout, landing, login, orders, product, registers, and single product. Okay, so these are the required pages. And one, we have the utility folder all over here that we have created called index.jsx for handling these custom functionalities. Now, this was the basic idea regarding the project structure. Now what you can do guys, since you have got an idea like what components we'll be using, so ask GPT, okay, now build each of the components by using this prompt. Say, now help me, I want to make the, give me the code, or you can ask something like this, give me the code for cart component and with the required Tailwind CSS configuration, the Tailwind CSS snippets, or you can say with the Tailwind CSS code. Now, if you type this all over here, so it is going to give you a demo idea. Okay, suppose you have this cart JSX and cart item.jsx. So you can see all over here, it has started using these CSS, which is basically a Tailwind CSS. And I know it on the first time, you are not going to get exactly the same you wanted. So on it, what you can do guys, that you can take a picture like what the output is coming and send it to GPT and ask it to, you have to ask for each of the components. Similarly, ask for the pages. Okay, so ask like something like this. So based on the project structure, based on the pages. So guys, as you can see all over here, So guys, it has started giving the codes for the respective pages, as you can see all over here. And with the respective Tailwind CSS, you can definitely modify it based on your choices and also what you feel like is more responsive and user-friendly. For getting an in-depth idea regarding Tailwind CSS, you can navigate to its official document, and it will be very, very helpful. And you can also take a help and ask GPT the same thing. So after you have populated these pages with the respective codes and components, okay, that we have shared all over here, next thing what you can do all over here, that just type all over here that this command, or you can ask GPT how to run my application, give me the command. You can type this and it is going to give you the command, but I know the command, that is npm run dev, or this is the given command that will be very helpful for running your application. So at each stage, suppose you are building one component, so keep running this and keep seeing like what changes you are applying on a real time. So building an application using React or any front-end application is a hit and trial. So based on the modifications that you require, so you have to consistently interact with GPT and make an application out of it. But this was an overview of our given thing. So just type this all over here. So just type this and your application is going to start on a given port. So this is your port 5174. So if you navigate all over here, so your application will be open. So let me show you, like suppose the port which I'm using all over here. So it is 5173. Okay. So this will be your application, and in this way, you can make an application with the help of ChatGPT. So I've given you the basic idea, and I will also share the given documents for the components, pages, so that you could have a brief idea, and you can ask the GPT to give the required Tailwind CSS for the same. I will also share the assets. You can use it, or you can download the assets from various other websites where they have like free pick, where you can make the images for the given products, like you can say lamp, coffee table, comfy bed, which are easily available, and you can start designing all these things. So guys, the best thing about GPT 4.0 that you can also share the image. So with the help of this, you can definitely build an application. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope so you would have got a brief idea like how you can build an e-commerce application with the basic functionality using ChatGPT. Till then, stay safe and keep learning.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.